Welcome to Thinksport TV episode 2. My name is Wok from the Central Coast Academy of Sport. As you can see behind me, it's pretty ordinary weather today, so we're going to take the camera indoors and meet some of the staff of the Central Coast Academy of Sport to find out a bit of their backgrounds and exactly what it is they do here with the day-to-day running of the academy. We're in the foyer area of Academy headquarters down at the Gatorade Regional Athletics Track at Mingara. Behind me is Ray. He's just typing away on a few emails there, organising some of the programs that we have here at the Academy, and we're going to have a bit of a chat with Ray and find a bit about his background. We're going to have a chat now with Ray Sandell, a Programs Assistant at the Central Coast Academy of Sport. He's been here since its inception in 2004. It's his birthday today. He's 36 years old. As you can see, all his work here has aged him terribly. Ray, what's the biggest difference you've noticed in the Academy, or even its growth from the beginning up until now?
Well, when we started, we only had 4 programs. Last year we had 12. Instead of 80 original athletes, last year it was over 300. Staff-wise, they started off with Ian and myself, working from either Ian's kitchen or my kitchen. A few months later we moved into this office, and now we've got 3 full-time staff plus a couple of volunteers.
So one of our founding members, and with the differences of sport, how complicated is it to try and cater for all those different athletes and their expectations of what they're trying to get out of the academy?
Well, I'm a football man, a soccer man, have been all my life, and when I started with Ian, he introduced me to basketball, golf, netball, etc, etc, etc. It took me a while to get used to it, and it's entirely different. It's surprising how different each sport is on the field and off the field.
And touching on your football background, recognised by the Football Federation of Australia as a Hall of Fame member in 2006, what did your work with that organisation involve?
Well, I retired as a player back in 1958 due to knee problems. I took up refereeing, reached a high standard of refereeing first grade and on the FIFA national list, and then in 1980 I had to give that away. And since then, up until 2003, when I retired from football, I did 23 continuous years of administration, football education, involved in 2 World Youth Cups here in 81 and 93, the Olympic Games in 2000, and in 2006 FFA granted me membership into the Hall of Fame for my volunteer work. So everything I did for football those 23 odd years was volunteers.
A very humble man, Ray Sandell, and of course his name is on the Central Coast Academy of Sport Volunteer of the Year Award. It is named after Ray, which is a big honour for him, I'm sure, and thanks for talking to us on Thinksport TV, Ray.
Pleasure. Thank you.
We're now in the working area of the Academy headquarters at Mingara. This is Matty next to me, or as he's known around the Academy of Sport, MJ. Working hard there, mate. You got time for a quick chat?
Yeah, not too bad. Yep, good.
Okay, and so you're the programs coordinator here. Yep. What does that involve?
Just running the day-to-day stuff with the academy, so making sure the sports have got their bookings and stuff, making sure coaches have got what they want and in regard to materials and stuff that they're going to use for training sessions. Yeah.
And now you're from a basketball background, and I got told you're getting into your coaching at the moment and had a pretty good result at Nationals.
Yeah, I coached 14 girls, Goth City Rebels side, and they got 4th at Nationals in Tasmania, so that was pretty good.
Excellent result. I'm sure Moose is probably looking over his shoulder at the Kings, wondering if she's coming up behind his back there. Right. And mate, you're a Central Coast junior basketballer, gone through the ranks, now coaching and working at the academy. How good is it to have those sorts of opportunities on the coast?
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, obviously the Central Coast Academy of Sport's been a big help, coaching in their programs. Also, with Moose now at the Kings, it's a bit of a kind of a platform of taking it to the next step and hopefully getting a gig with Moosey and see how you go, sort of thing. Yeah,
mate. Well, they couldn't go any worse if you're there. They can only improve after this season, surely. Thanks for having a chat with us.
Cheers, mate.
Well, Ian, the Moose Rebillid, couldn't be in the offices today, but we've got the next best thing. He's actually made his way onto the wall here. Moose, the Kings season, how's it going? No response, very quiet there. He's actually vowed not to talk again until the Kings win a game, so it could be hard to get in contact with him. Don't even bother ringing his mobile. We're here with Hannah Everett, the operations manager of the Central Coast Academy of Sport. How are you going today, Hannah?
Lovely, thank you.
As always. Now, I can't help but notice the desk behind us. Have you cleaned up for today?
Maybe just a little bit. It certainly normally looks a lot worse than this.
Now, residing here on the coast, used to travel down to Sydney for work and then getting this job at the Academy. How good an opportunity is that, and what does it mean to you?
Well, obviously massive difference. 8 years of commuting down to Sydney every day, and then now I've got a 20-minute commute here. So most people do it the other way around. They start on the coast and then eventually move down to Sydney. But I've done the complete reverse and really enjoying it.
Yeah. And obviously you're very busy here at the Academy. The 2011 Academy Games are coming up in Armidale. How's that all shaping up?
Yep, 2 weeks today till they all leave. Got about 75 athletes, 30 coaches. So it's a bit of hard work at the moment trying to get it all organised, but we hopefully be ready to go in 2 weeks.
Excellent. And also the swimming squad, I believe, has just been announced to the Academy, and we've got nominations open for the athletics squad. How hard is it keeping on top of all those sports and trying to keep everyone happy? Because I guess you get pulled in a few different directions from coaches and athletes and administrators.
Yeah, no, certainly on any given day you can be looking after 5 to 6 different sports. So obviously each sport is a priority, so you've just got to work out what's happening in the coming days or weekend and make sure that everything's ready to go. So it can be quite busy each day.
Yep. So as you can see, we're across all the sports here at the Central Coast Academy of Sport, and if we're lucky we might get a chance to catch up with Luke Tucker in a moment. We'll see if he's in the office today, because he usually isn't. We're lucky enough today, Luke Tucker is in the office. He's working just behind me here in his hyperbaric chamber that he uses to maintain his youthful good looks, although I don't think they're in too much danger because he doesn't actually do that much work here at the office, so he's not too stressed out. We'll go and have a chat with him. Luke, just close that one down, mate. Now, not too bad. Your role here at the Academy, what is it that you do?
Look after the corporate side of things. As much as you think that I probably do nothing, look after all the corporate side of things and make sure MJ and Hannah and Ray and the rest of the crew are doing their job, I guess.
Now, your job at the Academy is made a lot easier by our business partners, but I believe we've also just introduced a community partner as well.
Yeah, recently we've introduced our second level of sponsors which sit under the business partners. So you've got organisations with a real community focus, so that's where our councils sit, and also where organisations like Viatech, who have a really community focused approach, that's where they sit.
Yeah. Viatech obviously sponsoring the 2011 Academy Games touring squad to Armidale. How are the squad shaping up, and how do you think we'll go there?
Yeah, we've always performed really well at the Academy Games, so hoping to do that again this year. I know the basketballers have got a bit of pressure on them because they're, I think they're going for 4 years back-to-back champions, so both the boys and the girls. But netball is a great opportunity for the girls to get noticed by some of the New South Wales selectors, and also we've got golf and rugby as well. So did well to remember the 4 sports then, but yeah, we're looking to do well.
Did very well because, of course, you're also helping out with the Gold Coast Academy of Sport, setting that one up. How are they coming along up there north of the border?
Yeah, the Gold Coast Academy, that's another one of Moose's little projects that he got going, so I've been fortunate to help out with that, and we've got Robert up there now running the show up there, so our support probably isn't as hands-on as what it was in the early days, but we're really enjoying the opportunities that presents and looking to cross sponsors there as well.
And it's probably one of the main things that happens around here. Moose tends to have a lot of ideas, but then he passes them off to Luke to actually get them going, so I'll let you get back to work, mate.
No worries. You've been a bit tough on the old fella today, but I guess he deserves it.
Well, he's not here. I'll take every shot I can get.
Cheers.
So that's just a bit of an insight into the inner workings of the Central Coast Academy of Sport and the people that run the place here. Thanks for watching Thinksport TV. We'll be back next week with another episode. We'll catch up with one of our Academy athletes, hopefully heading to the 2011 Academy Games in Armidale. Thanks again for joining us, and check out www.thinksport.com.au.